schedule, and
No, it was not on schedule.
It was not on schedule.
It was last minute addition, and then.
because it was last minute addition, and it was confirmed, and then Carolyn Glick, who did speak in his stead, who's literally at his side regularly, was supposed to be at the same cabinet meeting that kept the Prime Minister from coming to the conference, but the Prime Minister turned to Carolyn and said, "Please go in my stead," and so. I mean, literally, when Carolyn Glick was able to be there. First of all, it is...
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. ඉතින් අදත් ඔයාලව සාදරයෙන් පිළිගන්නවා මගේ YouTube channel එකට. ඉතින් අද මම ඔයාලව එක්කගෙන ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ ඊශ්‍රායෙල් වල තියෙන ඓතිහාසික වටිනාකමක් තියෙන ඒත් එක්කම බයිබලයේ මේගොල්ලන්ගේ ජූයිස් බයිබලයේ තියෙන ස්ථානයක්. ඒක තමයි ancient Shiloh. එහෙම නැත්නම් පුරාණ ශිලෝ නගරයට තමයි අද ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ. ඉතින් මගෙත් එක්ක මේ අපි නොදන්න පැත්තකට මේ අරගෙන යන්න. ඉතින් මගේ වීඩියෝ එක අන්තිම වෙනකම් බලන්න කියලා බොහොම ආදරෙන් ඉල්ලනවා ඔයගොල්ලෝ හැමෝටම. ඉතින් ඔයාලත් ඊශ්‍රායෙල් එන්න කියාගියෝ කෙනෙක් විදිහට හිතාගෙන ඉන්නවා නම් ඔයාලටත් මේ වගේ ලස්සන ගමන් යන්න පුළුවන්. ඇත්තටම මගේ මේ චාරිකාව සංවිධානය කරේ මගේ පවුලේ අය. ඉතින් ඒගොල්ලෝ කෝඩිනේට් කරපු එක මගේ CI කියන්නේ මගේ එම්ප්ලොයර් එයා ටුවර් ගයිඩ් කෙනෙක්. ඉතින් එයා තමයි මේ සංවිධානය කරේ එක දවසක් නෙමෙයි. මේ වීක් එකේ මේ කියන්නේ සවුන්ද එක වෙන කොහේ හරි අඟහරුවාද වෙන කොහේ හරි එහෙම යන්න තමයි දාලා තිබ්බේ. ඉතින් මටත් යන්න chance එකක් හම්බුණා බ්‍රහස්පතින්දා. ඉතින් අපි බ්‍රහස්පතින්දා යන්න යොදාගෙන තිබ්බේ ශිලෝ වෙත. ඉතින් ඒ ගමන තමයි මම ඔයාලට දාලා තියෙන්නේ. ඉතින් ඊශ්‍රායෙල් කියන්නේත් ලංකාව වගේම කියන්නේ ගොඩක් පැරණි ඉතිහාසයක් තියෙන රටක්. මම දැකපු විදිහට මම මේ වොයිස් කරන්නේත් මම ට්‍රිප් එක ගිහිල්ලා ගොඩක් ඒ කියන්නේ දවස් 2-3කට පස්සේ. ඉතින් මට තේරිච්ච දේ තමයි මම ඕගොල්ලොත් එක්ක බෙදාගන්නේ. ඉතින් වීඩියෝ එකත් එක්ක මම එක බිඳක්වත් මම වෙනස් නොකර දාන්නේ. අපේ රටේත් ලස්සන ඉතිහාසයක් තියෙනවා. ඉතින් අපේ තාක්ෂණය යොදාගෙන අපිට ඉස්සරහට යන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි. ඒක බලලා කෙනෙක් දෙයක් ගනි කියන පරමාර්ථයෙන් තමයි මම වීඩියෝ එක දාන්නේ. ඉතින් ඒ ලස්සන දකින්න ඔයගොල්ලොත් වීඩියෝ එක අන්තිම වෙනකම් බලන්න. දැන් මේ අපි ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නේ සුද්ධ වූ මණ්ඩපයේ ආකෘතිය ප්‍රදර්ශනය කරන ස්ථානයකට. ඒක කළුවර කාමර එකක්. ඒක ඒ මුළු හිස්ටරි එකම ඒගොල්ලෝ කියනවා. ඉතින් දැන් ඔන්න ඔයගොල්ලෝ අහන්න මම එකක්වත් එඩිට් කරලා කට් කරේ නැහැ. ඉතින් ඕගොල්ලෝ ඉතිහාසයට සහ බයිබලයට කැමති කෙනෙක්ට නම් මේක අනිවාර්යෙන් වැදගත් වීඩියෝ එකක් වෙයි කියලා මම හිතනවා.
Back at the foot of Mount Sinai, we were commanded for the first time to build a tabernacle. And in fact, after the giving of the Torah at Mount Sinai, the tabernacle was built. The tabernacle is a portable, temporary temple. But for 39 years, it accompanied us in our wanderings through the desert, taken apart and reassembled again and again. After entering the Holy Land, Joshua established the tabernacle in Shiloh. The Shiloh tabernacle is built of a stone foundation and wooden beams, and covered by layers of fabric, a combination symbolizing the transition from a temporary tabernacle to a more permanent one. Shiloh is to be the dwelling place of the Shekhinah, the divine presence, the holiest site for the Jewish people for 369 years. The tabernacle was comprised of two main parts, the courtyard and the tabernacle tent. The tabernacle courtyard was rectangular, 100 cubits in length by 50 cubits in width, about 50 meters by 25 meters. In the heart of the courtyard stood the altar, made of wood overlaid with copper. On it burned the eternal fire, on which sacrifices, meal offerings, and wine offerings were made every single day. Since it is forbidden to ascend the altar by stairs, the Kohanim, the priests, ascended by a ramp. Before the Kohanim begin the tabernacle service, they would purify their hands and feet in the copper laving basin which stood between the altar and the tabernacle tent. It is said that when the contributions for the tabernacle were collected in the desert, all the women donated their copper mirrors from which the laving basin was made. First thing in the morning, the Kohanim entered the tabernacle tent, the sanctuary, for the day's service. Twice a day they burned incense on the gold-plated incense altar, a blend of 11 special spices which were placed on the coals and whose wonderful perfume wafted far into the distance. Once a week, 12 special loaves of bread were placed on the golden table, which stood at the north end of the sanctuary. The secret method of preparing the showbread was passed down from father to son. Every evening, the candles of the seven-branched menorah, which stood in the south across from the table, were kindled. The menorah was made of a single piece of solid gold and ornamented with flower-like cups, buds, and blossoms. At the tip of every branch was a receptacle into which pure olive oil was poured. Ever since, the menorah has been one of the symbols of the Jewish nation. Only once a year, on Yom Kippur, the Kohen Gadol, the high priest, entered the Holy of Holies. In the Holy of Holies stood the Ark of the Covenant, on top of which were the curtain and the two cherubs. The cherubs were in the form of two angels, facing each other, with wings outstretched over the Ark. Inside the Ark were the tablets of the covenant, the first tablets which were broken by Moses, and the second, unbroken tablets. The tablets and the broken tablets lie inside the Ark. This is the place from which God's voice is heard. And I will speak to you from above the Ark cover, between the two cherubs, which are above the Ark of the Covenant. The tabernacle is a place of meeting, where man meets himself, where man meets his brothers and his people, where man meets his Creator. There is much more to it than meets the eye. The clues and secrets hidden in every part of the tabernacle and its vessels are many and lofty. For 369 years, the tabernacle dwelt in Shiloh until the city was destroyed by the Philistines. It then wandered until Solomon built the temple in Jerusalem. But to this very day it is said, if you stand where the tabernacle stood and take a deep, deep breath, you can smell, if only for a moment, the scent of the incense which still suffuses the walls.
ඉතින් ඕගොල්ලෝ 3D වීඩියෝ එකකින් මොනවා හරි ගන්න, ඒ කියන්නේ හිස්ටරි එකේ යම් දෙයක් ගන්න ඇති කියලා හිතනවා. ඉතින් මේ මුළු ගමන පුරාවටම අපිට හරි ඉන්ටරෙස්ටිං දේවල් තමයි එකතු වුනේ. ඇත්තටම මම නම් හරි ආසයි ඉතිහාසික දේවල් ගැන දැනගන්න. ඒ දේවල් වලට ගරු කරන්න අපි පුරුදු වෙන්න වෙනවා. මොකද අපි විදේශිකයෝ ශ්‍රමිකයෙක් විදිහට අපි වැඩ කරද්දී ඒ දේවල් වැදගත් වෙනවා. ඒ දේවල් ගැන ඒ කියන්නේ දැනගෙන ඉඳීමත් අපි ඉස්සරහට යනකොට ඒ දේවල් වලට අපේ කියන්නේ අපි ගන්න හොඳ තීරණයක් හොඳ පාත් එකක් විදිහට ඒක ඇත්තටම මේ වැදගත් වෙනවා. ඉතින් ඇත්තටම අපේ ලංකාවේ කොහොමද ට්‍රිප් එකක් යනකොටයි මේ ට්‍රිප් එක පුරාවටම අපේ බස් එකේදී ඔයගොල්ලෝ දකින්න ඇති මයික් එකකින් අපේ එම්ප්ලොයර් මේ හැම ට්‍රිප් එක ගැනද විස්තර හැම දෙයක්ම කරනවා. ඒගොල්ලෝ ආගමේ කොතනද එතන තියෙන්නේ හනාගේ විස්තරේ ඒ ටික ඒ ඓතිහාසික කරුණු විතරයි ඒගොල්ලෝ කතා කරන්නේ. අනිත් කිසිම කාරණයක් ඒගොල්ලෝ කතා කරන්නේ නැහැ.
Other than a water tower is Givat Winery. I'll get back to them later in the tour. It's Givat Harel. It's the place where they live. Then more to the right is Eli. Eli is where I live. Also 5,000 religious Israeli people live there. And north, about 15, 20 kilometers north, we have Shem. Shem is where Yosef Tzaddik, Yosef the righteous, is buried. Another story is connected to Shem. I think you're driving up there somehow, somewhere. I don't know what you're going to see or not, but okay, amazing. So that's about what we see here around us. Let's go in.
One more thing.
Yes, sir.
Harbal Chatzor.
Yeah, this.
Right? Harbal Chatzor. I talked about the first battle of Yehuda Maccabee earlier. Harbal Chatzor is the last battle of Yehuda Maccabee where he falls. There is a belief that this may have been also one of the places where, when Abraham enters the land and is coming down, that this may be one of the places that he stops because it's the.
This is all new. Oh my God.
No.
Yes, it's been new.
Okay, stop, Abba. Stop.
I've been here.
Yeah, but I haven't.
Of donations to the Tabernacle. What donations, you ask? People have to pay a tithe, 10% of what they grow and bring here to Shiloh to pay for the Tabernacle, for the priests, and of course for offering sacrifices. It isn't easy. 3 times a year they come on pilgrimage here to Shiloh, all the tribes, thousands of people from all over the country. And someone has to manage all this, don't they? Did you bring your tithe? Good, put it over there and join the queue for prayers. From the end, my friend, from the end. The last to come is always at the end. So what do you want? To ask something? Choose a subject, I will answer. But I don't have much time, so come along. And did you bring your tithe?
පැරණි භාණ්ඩවල මැටි භාජනවල ගල්
Now,
ඒ
homeland
වගේ
blessing,
වටිනා
so
ඉතිහාස
fine.
සාක්ෂි තමයි
This is our homeland. The
ප්‍රදර්ශනය කරලා
land
තිබ්බේ.
promised to our fathers.
ඒ දේවල්
And now
බලද්දී
we have come to
තේරෙනවා අපිට
settle it
අවුරුදු දහස්
here on
ගානකට ඉස්සෙල්ලා මේ ප්‍රදේශයේ ජීවත් වෙච්ච මිනිස්සුන්ගේ ජීවිතය ගැන පොඩි අදහසක් ගන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් මේ අපි උඩට ගිහිල්ලා අපි බලන්න යන්නේ මියුසියම් එකේ උඩ තට්ටුවේ තියෙන්නේ ඉතිහාසයේ සහ බයිබලයේ සඳහන් වන සිදුවීම තියෙනවානේ. ඒක මාරම ලස්සනට කෙටි චිත්‍රපටයක් විදිහට පෙන්නනවා. ඒකත් මම ඔයාලට මොනවාක්වත් කට් කරන්නේ නැතුව ෆුල්ම වීඩියෝ එක දැම්මා. ඒක මගේ YouTube channel එකේ subscribe කරලා ඉන්න හැමෝම මං හිතනවා ඉතිහාසයට ගොඩාක් කැමති අය කියලා. ඉතින් අන්න ඒ අය වෙනුවෙන් තමයි මම මේ වීඩියෝ එක අප්ලෝඩ් කරේ. ඊළඟට මම මගේ විශේෂ කෙනෙක්, ඒ කියන්නේ මගේ එම්ප්ලොයි එකේ කටහඬින් මම කියපු චාරිකාවේ සාරාංශයක් අරගෙන ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. ඒකත් ඔයගොල්ලෝ බලන්න. වැදගත් දෙයක් ගන්න. ඉතිහාසයට ආදරය කරන අයට වැදගත් වෙයි. ඒක.
Wait for the most people to be up to tell you what you see around us.
Hi,
What
Lakshmi.
part of Queens?
Okay, what's the story there? What's the special?
So the story is when the Jewish people came out from Egypt.
Yeah.
A big story in our history is what's called the Exodus from Egypt. After hundreds of years of being slaves, they came out of Egypt led by a leader named Moses. Okay, Moses turned over the leadership to a man named Joshua. Joshua was the person who came after Moses when Moses died. Moses did not come into the land of Israel. Joshua led the people in. Where we are now was the capital of Israel
Yeah.
for almost 400 years during the leadership of first Joshua and then for many, many hundred years afterwards. So this was the center of the Jewish people in the land of Israel when we first came into the land of Israel 3,400 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Right?
A
lot of years, right?
Yeah.
And this was the capital for 369 years.
460.
Almost 400 years. So you know, the center of Jewish worship was the Ten Commandments from the Torah, the Bible.
Yeah.
Take
Okay.
this stone and it's like thousands of years old.
Wow. So this is interesting.
I just took it out from here.
Yeah, I'm not
So
sure that
this
this
place,
is more of a rock, but
It's a rock.
Shiloh.
this is called Shiloh. Right. So it's mentioned in the Bible, in the Jewish Bible, and this was, I said, this was where every year there's a special custom to come to the holy spot to celebrate the holidays. So people would come from all over the country to celebrate here. And of course today with what's called modern archaeology,
Yeah.
they've come, they've dug, they've discovered, and we have uncovered many of the things that say, wow, this is the place where it happened.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here with us today.
Thank you, Peter.
For 369 years, here beneath us was the first capital of the 12 tribes of Israel. Before the kings of Israel, before Jerusalem, 12 brothers went down to Egypt, and after hundreds of years in exile, the 12 tribes made the way back to the land of Israel, and building here in Shiloh the Mishkan, the holy tabernacle, where God dwells, where heaven and earth meet. It's time to go out and settle throughout the land. But 7 tribes refuse to leave Shiloh. Shh! Joshua ben Nun.
Why are you still here? The allocation of the land is unacceptable. The land is full of Philistines. After Moses died, responsibility fell on me. I led you through the war. I brought you here. But to inherit the land given to us by God, we must settle, build, and sow. I can't do all this for you. And now, it's up to you. Don't worry. It's a good land. Very good. Connect to it. And it will connect to you as well.
sign. The tribes go out from here to settle throughout the land, in Samaria, the Galilee, the valleys, and the lowlands. Every man will sit under his own vine and under his own fig tree. But 3 times a year, they come back to the Shiloh Tabernacle to celebrate together the 3 festivals. Men, women, young and old gather in front of the tabernacle to thank, to pray, and to be blessed.
May the Lord bless and guard you. Amen. May the Lord make his face shed light upon you and be gracious unto you. Amen. May the Lord lift up his face unto you and give you peace. Amen.
But the joy of unity didn't last for long. The news about a young woman being tortured to death in Benjamin's lot brings all the tribes of Israel to declare war against the tribe of Benjamin. After a bloody battle, the commander of the Israelite army go back to Shiloh with an announcement.
Victory! Whom did we defeat? Are there winners in a war between brothers?
But we all decided, unanimously, to destroy Benjamin.
Destroy an entire tribe? What does this say about us? We all built this temple. 12 tribes, 1 nation. It will soon be Tu B'Av, the feast of the Lord in Shiloh. The Benjaminites should be here with us.
The last survivors of Benjamin were invited to celebrate the feast of the Lord together with all the other tribes in Shiloh's vineyards. The hostility made way for peace and enabled the wound to heal. The 15th of Av, Shiloh's feast, became a symbol for the victory of love and unity. Years go by. Rumors about corruption in Shiloh spread everywhere. The people avoid going to the tabernacle and desert it. But one man continues to come despite everything. Elkanah of Har Ephraim. He takes his 2 wives and his children and comes to the tabernacle.
Elkanah. Call her. The food will go dry.
Don't be sad, Hannah. You have me. I'm like 10 children. Hannah. Hannah. Hannah.
My dear Lord, I'm so empty. What do I ask? A boy? A small child? Mine? To hold his hand? To give him food? I swear if you give me a child, I'll dedicate him to the temple. He'll be raised here. He'll be yours too. His whole life will be devoted to you. Just to give birth. To raise him a little. Is that too much?
What are you doing?
I'm praying. I'm praying for a child.
Don't you worry. Elohim will give you a son. Everyone deserves a child that he can be proud of.
Hundreds of years later, when the Jewish sages explain what a true prayer is, a prayer that comes from the heart, they will mention this moment and this prayer, Hannah's prayer. Years go by, but the vow isn't forgotten. Hannah comes back again to the tabernacle and Eli, the high priest, now with a child. She names him Samuel, in Hebrew, borrowed from God.
This is Samuel. This is the child I prayed for. He was destined to grow up here.
He is destined for greatness. You ready?
God will be with you.
Samuel grows up in the tabernacle, faithfully serving Eli the high priest, and sees Eli's sons corrupting the tabernacle with their deeds, and discovers his true destiny.
What's the matter, Samuel?
Nothing. Really nothing.
You had a prophecy tonight. You can tell me. Samuel?
The things that happen in the tabernacle. The sins of your bloodline. You didn't stop them. The retribution will be terrible.
It's a jar of anointment oil next to the candelabra. It is holy oil. The last time it was used, Samuel, was my anointment as high priest. I want that from now on, you will have it.
With me? But why with me? But you're the high priest. Do something.
The Lord will do whatever pleases him.
The Philistines are stronger than us. We've lost. Everything is lost. Your sons, they were killed. Both of them. Although the Ark has been captured.
the Philistines attacked Shiloh and destroyed it. This is the end of the Shiloh Tabernacle, but also the beginning of a new story. Samuel the prophet will go from place to place in the land of Israel to bring a new spirit and unite the tribes of Israel. They will call him the Seeing Prophet. He will lead the people and anoint the kings of Israel, Saul and later David. Jerusalem will expand to be the capital of Israel, but won't forget where its roots were planted. The roots that made us all grow.
Amazing.
ඉතින් ගයිස් ලස්සන ෆිල්ම් එකක් ඒක ලස්සන ඉතිහාසයක් තියෙනවා කියලා තේරෙනවා. ඉතින් ඔයගොල්ලෝ දකින්න ඇති අර ගොඩක් කාලයක් තිස්සේ දරුවෙක් නැතුව හිටපු හනාට ඇදහිල්ල සහ විශ්වාසය මත ඒගොල්ලෝ ප්‍රේ කරලා එයාලට සමුවේල් හම්බුණා. ඒ තමයි බයිබලයේ ප්‍රධාන චරිත දෙක සමුවේල් සහ හනා කියන. ඒක තමයි ඔයගොල්ලන්ට වැදගත් වෙන්නේ. ඉතින් ඇත්තටම ලස්සන ඉතිහාසයක් තියෙනවා කියලා මට තේරෙනවා. ඉතින් මේ දේවල් තමයි මම ඔයගොල්ලොත් එක්ක බෙදා ගන්නෙ. ඉතින් වීඩියෝ එකත් එක්ක අන්තිම වෙනකන් ඉන්න කියලා බොහොම ආදරෙන් ඉල්ලනවා.
Shira. Sarah. Yeah, you mentioned. Yeah. So lovely. Such a lovely
ඉතින් ගයිස් චාරිකාවේ අවසාන මොහොතට ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නේ. ඉතින් මේ චාරිකාවේ මම ගොඩක් දේවල් අත්දැකීම් ලබා ගත්තා. ඉතින් ශිලෝ කියන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පේනවා මුහුදු මට්ටමේ ඉඳලා උසින් වැඩිම ප්‍රදේශයක්. ඉතින් මේගොල්ලෝ ඊශ්‍රායල් ජාතිකයෝ මෙහෙයුම් සංවිධානය කරද්දී ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා ජෙරුසලමට කලින් ඒ කියන්නේ කැපිටල් එක ප්‍රධාන නගරය කරන්න කලින් ශිලෝ තමයි ඉස්සෙල්ලාම ප්‍රධාන නගරය වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒකත් මම දැනගත්තා. ඉතින් මේ ගමනේදී අපිට ආරක්ෂාව අතින් හමුදා නිලධාරියෙකුත් දීලා තිබ්බා. ඒ අතර ටුවර් ගයිඩ්ලා දෙන්නෙක් දීලා තිබ්බා. ඉතින් ඒගොල්ලෝ හැමෝටම ස්තුති කරන අතර මම මගේ වීඩියෝ එක බලපු හැම යාළුවෙක්ටම බොහොමත්ම ස්තුතිවන්ත වෙන ගමන් ඉතින් නැවතත් වෙනත් වීඩියෝ එකකින් හමු වෙමු. ඔබ සැමට සුබ දවසක්. ස්තුතියි.